Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, and that technicolor rainbow in between, greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Maelstrom. Hopefully I sound a little bit better than I normally do, due to the fact that we have had some upgrades in a number of aspects of the Maelstrom, including my audio setup. But without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get this show on the road, shall we? We literally just got started. And folks, let me know how my audio sounds. I've been kind of tinkering with it a little bit. New microphone, new setup, new build, a lot of new stuff. And I have no idea if I sound okay or not. Willie, if we need to, I can let me know, and I can get your name updated on the next go round of the title card. You can tell the words that leave my mouth? Good. Nah, dude, it's not a problem. Next time I get it updated, I'll do my best to get your name updated, my man. So some of the things that we've been working on as of late for the Maelstrom, of course, everybody knows about the various events that are being run, especially in the arena with JC and Callie. Willie, I absolutely do know the pain of rendering videos. I have had videos rendering for 8, 10, 12 hours, only to error out at the last second. speaking of, I think I need to fix something. Clubbot should be active. There we go. So Clubbot is back active. And folks, I've been working with my patrons, the folks that support over on the Patreon, and we have added a new list of items to the trinkets. Shinzo, I agree with you. I am eager to get back to playing. We have about 60 or so random trinkets that have been created by our patrons, which have been loaded into my program. And I have created a program that will automatically pull and generate items based on that list. So we've got a lot of interesting trinkets to grab for the folks that have the channel points for the trinket grab bag. Shinzo, you find the Whispering Penny, a single copper coin that, when flipped, whispers a random embarrassing memory from the holder's past. Suffer from your own cringe. I mean, maybe. This match was selected by one of the teams, so, you know. Given that we're a few weeks out from Lupercalia or Valentine's Day, whichever you prefer to call. You know, there's not a single human in this match. We have a Dragonborn, a dragon, I believe an elf, or a half-elf, and a... Well, Thorn's been so many things, I've lost track of what he is. He's the sea elf now? Bro, you're getting to the point where we just spin a wheel to see what you become nowadays. One of these days, you're going to mess up, and you're going to be like a 2-foot-tall Harangon. Not getting another shot. If he dies, he dies. Mood. You say that now. Sometimes I think that Thorn is just the jester of the gods. They don't let him die because he's just too damn funny. I said jester, not trickster. Plus, Loki was in season 1. So to say.
Hello there.
Well, hello there.
Yes, I don't actually need to push the button anymore. How are you?
You are very low.
Oh, 1 second. Is that better?
That is better.
Mm-hmm. How is it going today? It's very exciting. We've got a bunch of people fighting right now.
We do. Mixed gender.
Mixed gender matches. I like them. I love them. Hello there, everyone. I see you, Shin. No, it's okay, Bob. I can see the screen.
I noticed that it was. I noticed that I was flashbanging.
Oh, you were? Mm-hmm. Well, it's okay. I like to flash and bang too.
KM in season 1, Hex, Theron made a deal with Loki. What he didn't realize was that Loki was just Chorus in disguise.
I liked Chorus as one of the god guys. He was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. He was Grizzly's creation.
Ooh. So I figured out the mic problem, and it was just a simple fix in OBS. You had it out. The video you sent me was absolutely the right call.
Mm-hmm.
Intro video for my streams whenever they come back up again. It was very exciting. So we have on the menu today. We have a battle for the Grave belt. So who's fighting today for the Grave?
The entirety of round 2.
Oh, okay. Right. So it's the entirety of round 2. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And then, wait. Why is Wrath against me? What did I? Wait. No, he probably has the belt. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that belt. I mean, Kai is. Bogart it doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of like complete. He's just like, oh, this is quite exciting. Go ahead and go along with that.
Yeah, he's a little bit busy right now chasing a cat that, you know.
There's nothing wrong with chasing a cat. But the trick is you have to like put your fingers out and go like, pss, pss, and eventually, does that work if I roll persuasion with that? I get like 50 of the Felonians to show up.
I mean, you're standing in the middle of one of their military bases.
I'm a very persistent bugbear. I don't think I'm peeling back layers on something here. I was like, I don't trust that the crimson eyes that always was like a big red flag, no pun intended, on.
Mm-hmm.
Like there might be something wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have noticed the consistency of like every time that I try and ask questions, I get told to go to the tourism area, like I'm like some sort of cattle, and I'm like, I don't like it, folks.
Well, let me ask you this. You were asking where the political hub is.
Yeah.
Why would an army base have politics?
Oh, there's always politics in the military, but not in a. I'm being silly, but yes, there is none. I was assuming so, but I was curious if there was one. And the reason, you want to know the reason why I asked them?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see if they would actually respond in a direct approach instead of like being stoic or being like a sentient creature that wasn't like connected to a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that these guards were able to think and speak individually told me that possibly hive mind, but not, that would be like a certain level of free will or freedom to express, which makes me think that it isn't some sort of mind controlling guards or like not they're not all connected via like one neural link. But the red eyes was like, there's something there. And then the other guys with red eyes and dark cloaks showed up. I'm like, well, that's probably evil. I'm gonna go figure what that is about.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, my old legs didn't help me though. I have all this expertise, but no expertise can help you when you roll.
Yeah, your stealth wasn't enough, and her passive beat you.
And now she's actively realizing somebody's following her. She doesn't. I'm wondering if she knows who it is. Because I'm not really that famous yet. It was very exciting though.
I'll put it to you like this. She knows that you're a non-Felorian inside of the main city, inside of the main base, which you're normally not supposed to be.
Normally, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I have my ways of getting in there.
Yeah.
I found out so much by just, you know what? I've come to love this spell, Polymorph. It's now become one of my favorite D&D spells. I'm just like, you know what? I could solve a lot of problems by just turning into an animal. Or turning things into animals. Or turning things into other things.
Well, turning things into animals won't work.
Interesting. I'm going to test a theory on that.
You're thinking true polymorph.
Well, yes, and whenever I get there, I intend to get that spell. I have a plan for that too. But if polymorph doesn't work on the guards, then that tells me that they are not individuals with souls and flesh. They are flesh golems of some sort. But considering they talked and respond in a normal way, which we can convince they are just guards with red eyes.
I see. So you're under the impression that there are constructs of some kind.
Felonian guards either mind controlled by a hive being or constructs of some sort. It just the way it was described, I was really suspicious of it, which is why I went and asked them like a really random question that like they'd have to think about it if they were like sentient.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't immediately just like shove me away. They were like, "Oh, you can go here," but everyone has been telling me to go to the tourism section because I'm a tourist.
Yeah. Plus, that's where. Plus, that's one of the. That's one of the locations where a lot of the diplomats are, and the diplomats are the more political aspect of Terra Felis.
Fair enough. Yeah. The question was twofold. Now I know information, and now I have other information. But I mean, like, I'm following this thing. I'm figuring out what these red eyes are going on about. And
Mm-hmm.
Vegeta, as it says, the military has its politics, but those are generals and admirals, not civvies. I'm almost there. I'm like very low ranking, but I'm in the military. Maybe I'll have some political power sometime. After all, Bogart is a hero. Not a very like agile one, apparently. Did you end up catching what JC went through on the little like adventure thing?
Which one?
The one that myself, Straw Hat, Callie's character Miska, and JC's character Carter went through.
If you are talking about the arena, I glance at the arena now and again, but I don't pay as much attention to it as I should.
Yes, yes, everyone. Bogart is a hero. He is a hero. He is a hero to all, and he got a really nice tool there. Out of character, I know what it is, and out of character, it fits me very well. In character, I don't know if Bogart would use it. I'm gonna play once it comes into my possession after a long rest. I shall go through the attunement process, and I'll go through a funny way of doing it. But Bogart got himself the Wand of Wonders. So I have the ability to roll that D100 and get random effects happening.
Did you get that from JC or Callie?
I got that from JC. I rolled really well on the rewards chart.
Right, right. That was the one where you would only get something really, really good if you like rolled 100, and like 3 or 4 people rolled 100 immediately.
I did not get 100. I got 92.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, still pretty good. I mean, I'm assuming that like I was like, I wonder if there's any legendary wands, and then I was like, oh, the Wand of Orcus. I doubt that he would be here with his fancy stick, but like that's a pretty good substitute.
Now the rod of Orcus was in season 1.
Yeah, I kind of thought this would be they're their own gods in this realm. Oh come on, Franz is a hero ish. Oh, you got the 101. I get it. It's very, very exciting. I don't know what I'm going to exactly do with it, but what I think I'm going to do now... Oh, right. Yeah, sweet.
Good luck, because JC with the Rod of Wonders is a bad thing.
As long as it following the standard 101 or 100 chart for the Rod of Wonders, or is it a JC inspired list of 101 things?
Maybe.
Because I've already gone through JC brand inspiration. I'm already kind of excited for that. I mean, I'm in either way.
The last time I was in a combat run by JC and the Rod of Wonders, he double audited me. Turned my ass to stone.
What? Oh. Is that one of the abilities? Oh no.
That's the 100 on it.
Oh right. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna get Sting Cloud first, but I mean, I just don't know.
So back in the game Sephiroth, JC's game, it was kind of like this MMO kind of style game where you logged in and your mind fused with the mind of like an NPC. This is the game that Alexander came to existence in. And Alexander had a terrible time in Sephiroth. Like, Thorn levels of getting his ass beat in Sephiroth. He got blasted with the Rod of Wonder when they were fighting a bandit. And he got turned to stone. And he proceeded to be unpetrified eventually and continued on his adventure. And it turned out he became a cryptid because of that, called the Murder of Gray. Because the single bandit that survived saw him as a statue, saw him unpetrified, and proceeded to destroy a lot of things. And called him and named him the Murder of Gray. And for like 3 months, he was chasing himself, trying to figure out what the Murder of Gray was and why it was such a big threat. And then the Fomorian happened. Hello there, Rosa.
All right.
Good evening.
So these two are contenders for the gray belt right now? These
Correct.
guys are in round 2.
Yes.
Interesting. We've got Aura versus Yig. Well, I mean, stature-wise, Yig has the size, but Aura's got horns.
So, Yig Keki defeated William, and Aura beat Lingxi. We have Miska, who beat Gale, Iki, who beat Lucius, and Howler, who beat Kobold Slayer. Zator,
Yes,
who
we
beat
saw that.
Yep. Zator, who beat Solomon. Tariel, who was beat by Moral, and Croquet, who beat Gravy.
Now, obviously, this is not the same as the Death Domain belt, but the Grave belt. Where does that... So if somebody wins the Grave belt, is it the same ruling apply where they have to defend it a certain amount of times for benefits to happen?
Yes.
Oh, very exciting. Pardon just a moment. Yes,
How's things been for you, Bob?
Things have been going all right. I got a new microphone. I got a new setup.
Sounds good, actually.
Yeah. It's a Fifine. Willie recommended it. He said it would be an upgrade from the Blue Yeti that I was using, and that it was. I got it as soon as he suggested it. I took a look at it. Thing was on sale for $50.
Oh, very nice. I was about to ask, is it like over or under 100?
Normal price.
And-
Normal price about $75, and I got it for 51.
Nice. I mean, my mic's been several years old at this point. I think I got it. Was it pre or was it during COVID?
I love my mic, but the thing is, one thing that I hated about my mic is that I couldn't have my microphone just by itself, because I'd always have to have something in the background, because otherwise it would be picking up this feedback, this very, very minor feedback or gain, where it was like detecting everything from around it. And I hated it.
Sort of in the background.
Yes, it would always be in that, and I hated it so much.
Upon apologies, everybody. I believe that I'm going to be stepping out for a little bit here.
Sounds like a
take
plan.
my dog. Yeah. So have a good day, everybody, and as always, take care of yourselves.
I appreciate you stopping by, dude.
You too, Travis.
And him gone. I decided that since I'm between jobs right now, I'm going to take my time and upgrade everything that I needed to upgrade.
Fair enough.
Before I got myself another job, and like my old job, I loved it, but it was a seasonal job, and it was one of those things where I couldn't get like Amazon packages because I was working during the day. And I don't trust packages to be left on my, outside due to my neighbors and everything. So I decided that since I'm out of work for a little bit, I'm going to upgrade everything that I need to upgrade.
Understandable.
And what the fuck
Will
is
you
going
be-
on here?
Is he like casting a spell or something? Or is there someone invisible that's like tugging on Yig? Shenanigans are afoot.
Yig slowly pulled himself out of the, That boy just pulled himself over the barrier.
I think he might have to take control or something.
Oh, I absolutely am.
It's like, come over here. No, you come over here. No, you come over here. No, you come here.
Never mind, they're both over there. So, like, going back to what I was saying, I've upgraded my monitors. I've upgraded my microphone. My chair broke yesterday, so I had to jury rig a Franken chair.
Ah. I mean, there was a stool that I had that broke, and my father decided, you know what, I'm going to make the most unbreakable stool. It is so sturdy. I've accidentally, kind of hurt my foot on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is like solid, thick pieces of just wood. And it is a heavy motherfucker as well. But it can withstand my weight. So it's not breaking anytime soon. So are you going to be considering VA roles then? With your new mic?
Oh, God, no. See, to be able to do voice acting, I would need talent.
But you do have talent.
Lies and slander.
Get loved.
Fuck off. And of course, Kaya shows up in the middle of the Yig match.
Just as he wins as well.
I was summoned by pure fuckery. I mean, I would have been here sooner, but I've been having electronic problems today.
You're fine. I've had a really lazy day myself. I went. I bought myself a deep freezer.
What do you mean exactly by deep freezer?
So it is a box that is detached from a refrigerator that you just have out in the middle of like a garage or something, and it gets really, really, really cold, and then you put stuff into it to freeze it.
Rosso, you might know it as a chest freezer.
Oh, so is it like what they kind of like have in the shops, where you kind of just open up the lid and then you reach in and then you take stuff out?
Yes.
Ah, right. Okay. No, I don't have that in my household. I have more of the standing freezers.
What you do around here is you get like a deer or something, and then you cut it up into pieces, and then you put them in the deep freezer, and then you leave it there for about 5 years, and then when times get really, really tough, you go to the deep freezer, and you pull out things that are way past when you should eat them, and you proceed to eat them.
I mean, the other option is you're part of a native family, and every year you go moose hunting, and over the course of the year you sell whatever moose you haven't eaten yet.
I'm just tired of. What I'm tired of is going. I go grocery shopping on sales, and I hate whenever I can't buy enough of a item because of the fact that I only have so much storage space.
Okay.
Like I can fit maybe 20 frozen pizzas inside of my freezer, but if I get a really good deal, I want to buy more than 20 pizzas.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that wants to go for Ash, then there's a part of me that wants to go for Car.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure which one to go for.
I mean, probably the reason why Kaw is here is because Kaw is continuously sticking his beak into the Death Domain belt situation.
Fun fact, Hunt was almost the person going in for Death Domain this week. Chaos posted 2 days early, however, and Balanced was able to make a hard pivot.
You know, one thing that I'm thinking about whenever it comes to the belts and their powers, I think I've decided what the powers for the belts are going to be. So you know how for belts, for each of the domains, there's always a cleric ability when you hit level 3 for that domain, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about just making it the belt power. You get the clerical ability of the base ability for that class. Like, say, for example, for Grave Domain. Grave Domain gets Circle of Mortality. At first level, you gain the ability to manipulate the line between life and death. When you would normally roll one or more dice to restore hit points to a creature with 0 hit points, you instead use the highest number possible for each die. In addition, you learn the Spare the Dying cantrip, which doesn't count against a number of cantrips you know. For you, it has a range of 30 feet and can cast it as a bonus action. Or it would, or like, say, for example, Eyes of the Grave. At first level, you gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of undead, whose existence is a natural insult. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of undead within 60 feet of you. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. See, Eyes of the Grave would be an interesting ability to have as long as you hold the belt.
I am curious about something.
Because that's a level 1 ability.
Do all of the cleric domains have like 2 abilities for the first level?
Let's take a look at Death Domain. Death Domain has a bonus proficiency and a Reaper. So they have 2 different. They usually have 2 different things. Like with Reaper, with the first ability for Death Domain, at first level you learn 1 Necromancy cantrip of your choice from any spell list. When you cast a Necromancy cantrip that normally targets only 1 creature, that spell can target 2 with a range and within 5 feet of each other. Now, the way that I would rule that is that you would have access to that cantrip as long as you hold the belt. You lose the cantrip, you lose the belt, you lose the cantrip.
Oh, Ash is doing the sneaky. No, my mind's kind of thinking of for the belt holder, you go with the first one, but then if it becomes subsumed by, you know, if you take it into sort of whether it's balance, chaos, or order, then everyone gets the second one.
That's a little bit much.
Or would that
for
be
them.
too much?
Well, think of it like this. Look at Death Domain. At first level, you learn 1 Necromancy cantrip of your choice from any spell list. And when you cast a Necromancy cantrip that normally targets 1 creature, you can instead target 2 creatures within range and within 5 feet of each other. That's... Granted, it's a level 1 ability, but for everybody on the entire team to be given that would have to be...
Yeah, that's why I was kind of wondering if that was too much or not.
That would have to be an RDM talk. Also, well, holy shit, if it isn't Amanda Panda. Girl, what are you doing here? I ain't seen you in fucking forever. At least in this chat.
Yes, I know that.
It's good to fucking see you, girl.
I was just curious on something. I went for a bit of a deep dive into the 3.5 domains. Apparently, the repose domain is the closest to the grave domain.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no grave domain in 3.5, which kind of throws me. I thought there was.
Grave is linked with death.
Yeah.
Here to check in and be more of a local cryptid than usual. I feel that in my soul.
Behold, the local cryptid. We have them in 4K. Unfortunately, 4K is still somehow blurry. We'll figure that out later.
Damn resolutions.
Hmm. Too fitty.
At least it's not tree fitty. And a fucking
I
Loch
mean, we
Ness
do have
monster would be
cryptids in the
after
valley.
us. That's a mood. I need glasses, but fuck leaving my house to try to get them.
I just got Kivasha new glasses not long ago. They look great. But Frenzy could be undead. And your winner, Ash Nazg.
Yeah?
You should at least get a visual checkup once every, I think it's 6 months?
But that takes money, Kayeth.
Yeah. Some places will have routine sales on just the checkup, though. Because I think the checkup for Kivasha was like $50. Granted, we're in Canada, so half that and half that again.
I know, right? Money in this economy?
Now you see, Manda, I've gamed the system. I'm not rich by any means, but I have just enough money to do things.
Oh, I just saw what the first match is. Vix and Gulantara versus Thorn Dantes and Artemis. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
Why must the friends fight? Because the friends are in the tournament. Also, folks, just to give everybody a heads up, we are about to begin an ad break. Don't forget, when our window shrinks into the top right-hand corner of your Twitch page, you can pop out the video player and unmute that sumbitch, and then mute the ads to say fuck the ads and watch your stream anyway. I do that on multiple streams, and shit never gets interrupted for me. It will even disconnect itself later on. And why are you all messing with the Patreon? Stop.
Because Bob is a good bean who deserves to be shilled. Hashtag shill Bob.
Lies and slander. The only person that should be shilled here is Joe.
Well, Joe isn't here at the moment. Please leave a message and try again later.
Yeah, Joe's character comes later.
Yes. Willie, I will put you into a catapult and I will yeet you.
Oh, and they just basically started no entrances.
Yeah, that's the way that brawls work.
Yeah, it's the grave domain.
Every match in the grave domain is backstage brawls, so they don't get entrances. Damn, Miska is kicking the shit out of Croquet. Ash.
Ooh, interrupted croquet there. my stick.
What turned Croquet yellow, by the way? Was it him getting the crown of chaos?
No, I believe when we went to the Tranquility Temple, he bathed in the waters, and one of the effects was for him to become golden.
Hmm.
So those tranquil waters have been quite useful in a couple occasions so far.
Oh yeah, do tell.
So Zator filled up his water skin, and the primary effect of them is to bestow the calm emotion spell when you consume it. He's used a cup of it to quell sort of the angry spirit inside of like a spirit stone. But then he put that water back into his water skin. And then during the trial of the giants, they were up against like sort of the fire giant trial. And they're up against this. And he just used a cup there, and it was like, wasn't expecting that, but okay, you pass.
I got a question for everybody. Is there somebody on the Maelstrom roster that has an active character in Maelstrom, has an active wrestler on the Maelstrom show, but is not a member of Warzone or Flashbang?
Not off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't think Kavash counts with Cody. Yeah, no, everyone on balance is accounted for.
What about Ling Shi?
Ling Shi kind of they have an active character, and they're active in the show by merit of order books them. That would honestly be as Darkrai if they want to be extended.
I mean, do they have a character on Warzone or Flashbang?
I don't think so. That would be a question for Zach. Also, hello, Wes.
You know? I should have expected Wes to show up. Do you know
Amanda
why?
was here.
Exactly, because Amanda's here.
Yes.
Not often I see old King West around.
I mean, we're coming up into the spring season, so.
That's, Rosa. It's because it's wintertime right now.
Yeah.
You never see Wes around Maelstrom during winter. He becomes more active in spring and summer, but in fall and winter he drops off. The dude is really into the bit. Like legit, the dude doesn't even mean to do it. but he subconsciously does it.
Okay.
He's done that shit for years.
I was half expecting that to end the match the same way the Ka and Yig match ended. I will be right back. I need to put cream in coffee.
Nothing wrong with that, my dude. We all have the desire to be an eepy, sleegey little guy. We all need some bed by time. Can't complain, dude. I'm existing.
Also, evening, Katrina. Oh,
Okay.
I think that's a very rare loss for Misko, isn't it?
And a surprise win by Croquet. It may have been that Miska finally failed the con save.
I love that Croquet got Miska with a frog splash.
Oh, that's great. Another one.
The Leaper brothers are dangerous as a tag team, but they're on their own for the tournament. And Icky has taken on the title of Shonen protagonist from Warfist in season 1. Dude, real talk, Caliban wants to get his hands on Warfist so bad it hurts.
Which wasn't Warfist technically canonically retired through a story bit that Grimm did?
Not really.
Don't come back.
Grimm told Warfist to flee the Nexus and not to return. Because at that point he thought the Nexus was about to be destroyed, and Warfist was the one person in the Nexus that he actually gave a damn about enough to warn to stay away. And in my original writing of for the seventh seal, that was supposed to be the seventh seal breaking. Absolution, basically the forgiveness of sins. And that the basically what Grim did was he spat in the face of the monster that he had become in a moment of humanity, and in that one moment he shattered the seventh seal by trying to save Warfist from the Nexus.
Vegeta, both are correct.
Warfist is too busy playing Saints Row right now. As a note, please do not give Warfist any kind of weapon that you have to aim. Warfist cannot aim. She very much prefers the kind of weapons that are just area of effect. Which is why when Grim gave Warfist a Christmas present this past year, it was a Professor Genki colored tank.
Oh, well, that's good.
Exactly. All that matters is that the girl has fun.
I mean, I do feel they don't give them something to aim in my soul for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, for the last 10 years, my thing has been so bad that I may as well not aim. Two, it's more fair if I'm not allowed to aim. I used to play Halo 2 and 3 competitively. I was not allowed anything with range after a certain point.
I just had a thought, Amanda. Have you seen those YouTube shorts about the Skyrim guards? Just the daily life of a Skyrim guard, and then every so often, it just cuts to the Dragonborn, and the Dragonborn is just standing there, mouth wide open with a stupid smile, and he's just staring at you. That's kind of how I feel Warfist would be. Oh, I am going to send you some videos.
And your winner, Moral Leaper.
The entire premise of the series is basically a Whiterun guard having to deal with the Dragonborn's bullshit.
And we had blood. Wait, wrong show.
Wow, that's quick.
That's
It's
how.
not the fastest we've seen. We had one show where somebody immediately bled the second the match started. I'm not sure if that's enough.
Right onto the steel chair.
There you go, Manta. Watch some of those, but instead of the Dragonborn, imagine it's Warfist. And for those that want in on it as well, I've posted the link into the microphone free zone.
Cool.
Am I wrong?
Thank you, Brian. I didn't need that. Garen Pass,
Wait,
Garen Pass.
does
Black
Howler
Hole
have
York,
Move Thief?
Garen Pass.
Potentially.
So,
Because he's used the kick combo and the fireball. That's the tools thing.
there's a few people on the roster who steal moves.
They aren't stanced up enough and they aren't brawling with half the city.
Behold my affection, immediate suplex.
Yeah, no. At one point, I believe that that one of the Grims actually taught Warfist that a suplex is like a proper introduction or a proper show of affection. to anybody that is not a Grim. I love having little Easter eggs here and there, especially for like inside jokes. Like the terror at Isla Scorn. A lot of people wondered why Grim would, while he was going through the Boardwalk Carnival, why he would just stop and steal a teddy bear from one of the amusement park rides or from one of the games. It was because later on, after all that was said and done, he actually gave that teddy bear to Warfist. And Manda instantly knew what he did with it. Like, as soon as he stole it, she instantly knew why he stole it.
Biting the fingies.
I'm your winner. Ow. I believe.
Have a good one, Manda. I
okay,
appreciate you
Manda.
stopping by.
That means there are 2 chaos, 1 order, and 1 balance left in the Great Walker tournament.
And now, I give you all a choice. For the folks that are actually here and actually watching, you get a choice. How will the last 4 fight for the belt? In a one-on-one match, in a fatal 4-way match. There are 4 competitors left in the tournament. So, what will the finals be? Will it be a one-on-one match, where the 4 remaining combatants will each face off against each other next week? And then the last 2 will face off in a one-on-one match for it? Or will it be a fatal 4-way match where everybody will fight for the belt next week? It's going to be a backstage brawl. It's going to be... I'm going to make an elimination.
Oh, my computer did a thing while I voted. Nope, not this.
This is a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match. It might.
What happens if the vote hangs, Bob?
That's a good question, isn't it?
Hmm.
I see that people have discovered that they can use the channel points for extra votes.
Can I interest you in corruptocracy?
In what now?
Corruptocracy.
Mm.
It's democracy with additional money.
Mm. I don't know why, but I really like Aaron's entrance.
Very nice.
I don't know. The combination of Rhodes with Gargano is just really fucking good. And it's been decreed it will be a one-on-one match.
Ooh. So thank you, Crockbar, for contributing 5,800 channel points to that.
That's a lot of Ram snacks.
Mm.
Lucius must have been fighting ghosts there for a second.
I mean, quite possibly.
You know what you did? You use your future necromancer powers?
That's illegal.
Bruh.
Straight up. There's something happened there. Hey, see, I think the problem might be, Bob. We have 3 fighty bitches in the ring, which means one person is constantly lacking a fighty bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first, folks. Going Dantes will impact the Lich, just like Croquet always said. Oh no, you're not considered one because of Scout. You're considered one because you've died 3 times.
Lady Catherine, you find the ever-folding map, a map that constantly refolds itself in different ways, always hiding the exact location that you're looking for.
I feel like that's just the map to the arena.
And as a reminder, we have a bunch of new trinkets. I have gone through and taken every single trinket given by our patrons over in the VIP section of the Discord, loaded them all up into a program, and proceeded to grab new trinkets. Kayeth, you find the sulking spoon, a wooden spoon that refuses to stir if it doesn't like the meal being prepared.
Beautiful. The Yig now has a useless spoon.
Depends on how good of a cook you are.
It's Yig.
You have a useless spoon.
What are your meal standards? Yig mostly makes pottage.
Do you like bugs? You eat those?
Also, we now have a new addition to the trinket. A large coin the size of a small coin.
Ooh.
You'll never be able to tell it from the rest of your coinage.
Yeah, I realized that the moment I went through and grabbed all of them, you fuckers went in there and put like 10 new ones in there.
Thing about it, we go in trends as well, so we have a whole section that's just gnomes.
Yeah. I saw all the ones about gnomes. I saw like the 5 or 6 of them that you had about shark teeth.
Ubaha.
Here we go. A shark tooth, when put into the mouth of a creature without a natural swim speed, it gives them severe hydrophobia. A shark tooth that cures hydrophobia, but only when it's the mouth of a creature with a swim speed. A shark tooth that, when put into your mouth, gives you shark dentures. A shark tooth that, when put into the mouth of a creature, makes them think they have shark teeth. What the fuck is wrong with you people? A mummified hand that occasionally makes obscene gestures. A mummified head that occasionally shouts profanity. A mummified heart that occasionally beats and provides profane secrets in Morse code. What the fuck? A Velcro. A Velcront.
If you wait long enough, we might get to Velk maybe.
A 15-slice pizza with a slightly used cardboard box. Consumption reveals the pizza to be extremely dry but perfectly edible. Upon consumption, a label appears on the box that reveals the pizza was made a month prior to consumption of the first piece and was stored close to a toilet prior to being found.
Hey, Bob.
Oh, I
It's been an
remember
hour.
that
Are
one.
you hydrated?
Yes.
Ooh. What are you hydrated
That
to?
is the. Sorry.
You find a 49 card playing deck. The ace of hearts, diamonds, and clubs are missing. A label reads Chase the Ace.
Yes. That is based on an actual game that I play.
Beautiful.
A javelin that screams obscene words when you throw it.
I mean, to be fair, if you were thrown, you'd probably scream obscene words.
A green wooden trophy carved within a jagged but dull edge from a festival called Gore. For those that don't get the reference, that's a bit of the aggro crag from Guts.
Beautiful. Lucius really said, "Witness me" before being thrown into the barrier right there, didn't he?
A small rectangular, oddly thicker piece of paper with a small shiny drawing of a plant-like bear. The paper says Gnarlfang. The rest is smudged. The back says Milmon.
Gotta collect them all.
A pocket-sized pocket knife.
No matter what pocket you put it into, it will completely fit the pocket.
A small broken statue with only the legs and groin still attached to the stand. The placard reads, "I'm still standing."
Beautiful.
A bowl of rice, individually numbered. A piece of paper with your name on it. Then it has otherwise illegible numbers and words on it. That sounds like the password paper to somebody's Bitcoin wallet. A series of collectible minifigures based on the cast of the Maelstrom. A series of counterfeit collectible minifigures based on the cast of the Maelstrom that get details blatantly wrong.
They never get the nose right.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they got it right. It's just that one was John Euclidean.
Ah, that's a problem.
I'm looking at both of them.
Wall-eyed.
Oh, the broken statue that's saying I'm still standing. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believe there's about a 30% chance of any of them that are read out to be mine. The fact that I just added 3 probably doesn't help.
Tej, you find the overly honest mirror, a small hand mirror that audibly critiques the holder's appearance in an extremely blunt manner.
GG Urza.
Urza, Maka. Thank you, Anonymous. Tier 1 gift sub 2. Fallen Prey.
I see that Chorus has a fan in chat.
I prefer the refrain, honestly.
Mm. Ah, okay. Chaz,
Yeah.
my dude, much appreciated for keeping an eye out for me. Yeah, I saw. Apparently, there's a brand new for my streamer friends out there. Apparently, there's a brand new bot that's out there. Apparently, they come into your chat and say something like, "Your chat's empty. Your chat's quiet. Your chat's blank. It's giving no signal vibes. Fix it with blank." And then it gives you a false link and everything like that. Your
Yeah.
chat's so quiet. I can hear your viewer snoring. Thankfully, the Murder Cave has our dear engineer, Mr. Chaz Lee here, who goes into all of our chats and does his best to keep all of us on the protected. So, real quick, shout out to Chaz, who is constantly on the forefront of making sure that my chat, Grizzly's chat, Arkoff's chat are all protected from this kind of stuff. Much love, dude. I appreciate the hell out of you. And Wes, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to. I don't even know how to say that word.
Skringle Dingle.
Huh. That's certainly a word.
Boy, howdy. It's a technical term, too, also.
Tej, you don't want to click the link. Trust me, you don't. You know what happens when you click the link.
But, Bob, I heard there's cookies in the link.
If you click the link, you're going to get turned into a lawnmower again.
Again?
Was it a lawnmower last time?
Okay, so there's a story to tell about this. So Tej, my dear friend Nico Tej here in chat, she was playing this like snowplow game. I think it was like an early access or it was either like early access or it was like an indie game where basically you would plow snow. And somehow or another, she bugged her game so bad that she basically possessed a lawnmower. Like, she lost all control of her character. She could only play the lawnmower, basically the snowplow, since she had a lawnmower with like a snowplow blade on the front of it. And for like 20 minutes, she just drove around this town as a haunted lawnmower. And she decided to end the stream by returning herself, the cursed lawnmower, to the woman that she bought the lawnmower from. Because the woman was selling the lawnmower because her husband apparently went missing or died or something like that. And Tej realized that he didn't die. His soul was trapped in the lawnmower, which the exact same thing happened to her because she bought the lawnmower and that her soul got trapped into it as well.
Tej gets sucked into the lawnmower. Guy sitting on the engine block looks over at her. First time.
That was a bug. She says, I wanted to see life through its eyes. How often do you get to be alone more?
I mean, for the small price of 17 inconvenient payments of 59.28, we can make that dream of yours true right now.
Don't listen to Kayeth. He may or may not be associated with the Fae.
What? No.
It is a strong one.
Mm.
Also, as a pro tip, never, if he asks for your name or for your attention, try not to respond. Follow the rules for the Fae.
Speaking of, I got somebody the other day.
How'd you get him?
Somebody offered me hash while I was walking downtown, and I asked, "Hey, can I have your name first?" I just left after.
At least you've moved up from collecting souls.
Oh no, I still collect them. It's just easier to get names than souls.
When's the last time somebody actually fell for that?
Which one, the name or the soul?
Soul.
That would have been while I was still working retail, fast food and retail.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been 2015, 2016.
So for those that don't know the story, Kayeth here used to work fast food, and basically, go ahead, Kayeth.
I used to work de-escalation for fast food specifically.
And what was it you would say when they were asking for payment? You would say cash, credit, or your soul, or something like that.
That comes up to $17.28. Will that be cash debit or your soul today?
I can only imagine the look on people's faces when they accept it,
What?
and you actually just swipe your card and actually give them the food.
I only got in trouble twice.
Only twice, he says.
Only twice. However, I did create a new policy as I left the company.
You know you've succeeded when they change rules because of your ass.
Yes.
Who's streaming?
Oh,
Oh,
we have a few
there's a
people
lot of people streaming right now.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, there's Bracky, there's Goomba.
Yeah, but
There's Taka.
Sasquatch is up too. We have successfully rolled the number 5.
Chaos is the most fair thing.
Beautiful. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Chaos and the number green. Creatures and beasts, concepts and constructs, mortals of all kinds and ages. Thank you for stopping by to the Maelstrom today, and we hope to see you again soon.
Indeed, I want to take a moment. I want to thank everybody for coming in, hanging out, having fun, goofing off, enjoying yourselves. Please feel free to stop by again. And until then, please send our warmest regards over to Bracky and Monty, who are hunting monsters at the moment. Thank you so much for stopping in. Have yourself a good one. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Good night.